Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. Today we'll be talking about the upcoming new moon, which is coming up at the 2nd of March. And it will go through the 2nd of March and the 3rd of March, which is truly amazing because the 3rd of March we have 3-3. And it brings us to the master number 33, which is called the leader. So astrologists are calling this new moon the most positive new moon of the year. And it is truly amazing. So let's talk about what kind of energy it is bringing us and how can we use it for the greatest possible manifestation and for shifting our lives and what is happening on the world for the better. Right? We all want to do that. So the new moon is coming in the zodiac sign of Pisces. So what is Pisces? Pisces is a water sign, and water is reminding us of flow, right? And Bruce Lee said, "Be like water, my friend." And he meant like always be in the flow. Always learn to be, to be soft and move with the flow of nature, flow of life. So everything can happen in ease, right? In flow. And we remind ourselves about the flow when we get into a certain creative process, right? We step into that flow state and it feels like time disappears. It feels like a portal opens and we start downloading great ideas which are just moving through us. And we start manifesting things really fast. And it feels like we are tapping into a potential of a mystic within us. We become like alchemists and our imagination expands. And it brings us to a truly powerful moment of a self-realization where we are not identified by our thoughts anymore, but rather by the experience of life. We call ourselves as creators of life, or better said, co-creators of life. So the source of life can move through us and we are like a tool of life. Our bodies are like tools of consciousness, instruments of consciousness. And it's a beautiful experience. So I'm talking about it today because I am an artist and often I get into that state and it's truly a beautiful experience and I want to bring a part of it to you. So we are talking about it because the energy of Pisces is bringing us that state of awareness where it's much easier to tap or to step into that kind of a state of flow. So Pisces is bringing us a vibration of sensitivity where we become more aware of our senses, not just physical senses through which we are experiencing reality, but our inner senses, the intuition, the first eye, the third eye. We are able to see the truth. We are able to feel what life is all about. It's not just about survival, it's also about living, right? So it is reminding us once again how sacred life is, how sacred is our creative expression and who we truly are when we disconnect from the labels and layers of identity we are carrying on, the masks and so on. So Pisces is a truly important sign when it comes to our authenticity, when it comes to revelation of ourselves. So Pisces is bringing us a vibration which can help us to connect with our intuition, with our divine inner compass, which is guiding us into the right directions if we learn to listen to it. So intuition may be at the time of that new moon much more increased. So if you will sense like you need to make certain empowering decisions in your life, most probably it will come from your intuition. So write those things down and ask yourself, what can you learn from here? Or what could be the first action or the first thing to move in your life so you can start making those kind of shifts. It will truly bring you major results. in your life, every time when we are listening our intuition, it always brings us truly major results. And often when we see or when we go through those kind of experiences, when we decide to trust our intuition and we see that actually things started moving for us and we've started meeting some amazing results, we start trusting our intuition even more, and more beautiful things starts happening. And this is truly a great realization, because we find out that the universe is not actually blessing us or punishing us. We're using often those words to explain something which is for many people hard to understand. But what is actually happening is that whatever kind of vibration we project is what the universe bring back to us. The universe is rather like a mirror, which is mirroring back to us the vibration that we are generating. So once we intune ourselves back with intuition, it's like we intune ourselves back with God, or back with that divine force, divine intelligence. And that's the moment where we become like water. We become that embodiment of the flow of nature. And that's what this moon is bringing us. It is also like connecting us back with the inner mystic. You are a mystic deep inside you. That's why you are always driven to more of the spiritual concepts of life. That's why we are always driven to information which are explaining to us, or trying to explain to us what there is beyond what meets the eye. Alright? It's the inner mystic which is always present within, and most people are not paying attention to it, so they are like ignoring its curiosity. So as I like to say to you, like, we are all curious souls. This is the sense of a mystic, the inner mystic, which is curious to learn more about life. Even if it feels like we know a lot about life, it's always like more we know about something, more we become curious about that thing, because we never know everything. More we know, more we want to know, more we are eager to know, more curious we become, right? So the new moon, which is coming, is also bringing us a powerful vibration which will help us to activate our imagination. And it is important because, as I mentioned in the previous video, it's time to be lifted by a greater dream. So our lives are nothing else but dreams, right? And when we give meaning to a dream, it becomes a reality, and we start believing into it. And many people get truly limited by their own definition of life. And I'm always reminding you, dream bigger. Always be lifted by a greater dream which can improve not just your life, but life of people around you, life of people on the planet Earth, and all living creatures. Let's have such an empowering dream that it will influence everything in the existence to live a better life. It's all possible, and if we want to know how to do that, we need to educate ourselves. It all starts with knowledge, right? What could be healthier actions, healthier decisions? This new moon is bringing us such a powerful energy. That's why I said at the beginning, astrologists are calling this new moon as the most positive new moon of the year. And we truly need this energy right now. As we see what is happening around the world, we need some good energy, some good vibes, and that's what we are getting. So, my friends, lift yourself by a greater dream. What else is possible to experience? Right? Firstly, we need to define it. Firstly, we need to find that out. Well, who I want to become, what I want to experience, what I want to have, what I want to give. And we need to include everything when it comes to our health. Firstly, we need to start with ourselves. How can we give something if we don't have anything to give, right? We need to start with ourselves. How could we elevate our energy onto a greater level of vibration? Well, we can become healthier. If that's the case for you, educate yourself. How can I become healthier? How can I think healthier thoughts? How can I eat healthier food? How can I take healthier actions and healthier decisions? How often am I distracting myself? What is the core reason of my distraction? Why I want to distract myself from doing what I say I will do. And often we get to pain because, as psychologists are saying, the deepest or the core reason for many people which are constantly distracting themselves is pain. People want to distract themselves from pain. And we need to find out what is that inner pain. As I was talking in the previous video, what is that wound from the past, that fear or that anger from the past? We need to find it out and we need to heal it. And truly powerful thing that is coming with that new moon is a healing energy, a truly powerful healing energy. So what you need to do is you need to recognize what kind of wounds from the past are still present. What kind of pain from the past is still present, and identify it, become aware of it, and put it out. You can write it down and burn down the paper. You can, write down what you are still afraid of, what you are still holding on. Maybe something negative happened in your past, something painful happened in your past, somebody said something to you or did something to you. It's time to shine the light on those dark places and put it out, shake it off, and ask yourself, who would you be without that pain? Who would you be without that fear? How your life would look like if that fear would not be present anymore? And that's where you start dreaming bigger, because you will see that actually it is possible to live a life without that kind of a pain. When you will bring it out and you will identify it, you will become truly aware of it, and you can only heal what you are aware of. So it's it's the most powerful moment right now to identify what is still holding you back. Write it on a piece of paper. Meditate on that. Set some healing intentions. And I'm saying healing intentions for everything. Maybe for people which are living in a poverty state of being and are lacking money, for example. Well, there needs to be something within you which is still triggering you to vibrate on that vibration of poverty. And we need to identify, what is still reminding us that we are powerless when it comes to financial state. And we can find out some fears about money or some limited beliefs why we can't experience a life of abundance. And the truth is, we are just lacking knowledge. We've been taught to believe into something and we've never decided to expand our knowledge about it. Everything starts with knowledge. Once we gain knowledge, then comes decision. Are we willing to apply that knowledge in our lives and try what works and what doesn't work? And everything starts with a greater state of awareness, and this new moon is bringing us a lot of that energy where we can become truly aware of what is still blocking us. Like, what is truly holding us back so we are not thriving as the greatest versions of ourselves. Like, each of us was born as a greatest potential of yourself. But then we've been taught to believe into certain things and to think about all possible things in a certain way. And we started trusting people which have told us that. And many people never decide to change. And I want to encourage you, decide to change, decide to expand yourself, decide to see what else is possible, decide to truly trust your inner calling. Another truly powerful thing you can do right now is to focus on your creative expression. And you can learn to paint with me if that feels something you would like to try. I have another YouTube channel where I'm sharing my painting tutorials. You can go and check it out. The link is in the description of this video. And you can try painting if that's the thing you would love to try. You will see it's a beautiful process of creative expression, and then you can play with the colors, and each color is carrying a certain vibration, and you can start expressing your energy by sensing what kind of color to choose, what kind of forms to paint, what kind of image maybe you see in your mind's eye and you want to express it, and how your hand will be moved by your energy or that greater force. And a beautiful process. It's time to focus on your creative expression, because that's what is bringing us back into that flow state where we become like water, like Pisces. And it will connect us to our inner wisdom. You know that deep inside you, there's an ancient wisdom of life, an ancient wisdom of life, which is always present. And we have an access to it. If we are able to disconnect from everything which is telling us that it's not real, right? If we are able to disconnect from all limitations, all beliefs, and all thoughts which are telling to us that we are not that kind of a wise humans, that we are just physical beings here to survive, we are truly wise beings. And it's time to tap into that inner wisdom and learn to express it. If you're wondering how to do that, well, ask yourself what you feel passionate about. I was talking in the previous video about how our passions are connected with our life's purpose and our life's mission. And that's where we start tapping into our ancient wisdom. Once we figure it out, what we are truly passionate about, we will become more curious about that thing, and we will start learning well how to use it, how to turn those passions into something, how to take action with it, how to do more of that, maybe how to make a living out of what we are passionate about. And all of that, we start asking those kind of questions, and we truly pay more attention to it. And remember that every time we start paying attention to our passions, they will become stronger, and we'll start receiving that kind of a guidance from our inner self, which will start guiding us towards the directions where we truly start using our passions for the greater good, for helping others, and so on. So I will not go too deep into that today, because the video would be too long, but I'm talking often about those things and those concepts, and it's important to understand it. So my friends, this new moon is bringing us a truly empowering, beautiful, peaceful energy. And the last thing, that I will make another video about the 3rd of March, 3-3, the master number, the leader. So as the new moon starts at the 2nd of March and it will go into the 3rd of March, there will be a powerful energy of a leader present, the leadership, the inner leader which is within you. Often we fall to certain beliefs that we are powerless, but actually deep inside we are all leaders of our lives, and our lives are our responsibility. And that's where we start building that great coherence between the knowledge that we are learning and the intuitive feeling that we are sensing, and we in-tune ourselves back with that flow, and we start guiding our lives from that inner knowingness. But I will make another video just about that, to be more precise and how to use that energy and so on. So this is it for this video about the upcoming new moon. I hope it was helpful and you found something insightful in it. And let me know in the comments below if you can already sense the energy. Today I can feel like a truly beautiful energy is present, truly positive energy. I feel inspired right now, truly inspired. And after this I will go to paint. I want to finish a painting that I'm working on. And then I will go and enjoy the nature. We have a beautiful sun right here in Slovenia, and I will enjoy under it. So my friends, go outside and enjoy in the nature as well. Set some powerful intentions which can help you to receive greater insights. What kind of actions to take to move you onto a greater or onto the next stage of life. So this is it, my friends. Also express some love in the comments below to raise the vibration, and see you in the next one. I'm sending you all love, blessings, and lots of power. Until next time, one love.